Is a little dicey. T1, very straightforward composition. You have Faker on the Gragas providing the soul AP. You have a incredible amount of pick and teamfight setup if you are the one playing on the front foot.
Of course, Faker on the Gragas. Always a joy to watch and see what happens. We hop onto the Rift for game 1.
So Zeus in general is one of our best spacers on NAR. Morgan is a level 1 Fiora with Ghost, so you really can't afford to make any misstep here. Because the level 1 can be very oppressive, but because Zeus has boots, you're not in the happiest place as
T1 is sort of chasing everyone on bro.
Yeah.
Point in time is all the flashes. Umpty going to respect Faker there, but Faker no flash at the very beginning of the game. But as we can see, Shroud on cooldown right as Ona turns up. Oh, this is scary. There's the body slam, Nimbus Strike. Going to get them in there. We'll see whether Karis actually has to flash here as he's just walking this one out.
red buff.
Yeah, and there is the flash. Umpty is going to move himself forward and actually finds the permafrost onto Ona here as well. Karis moving back around, but he just flashes on top of him. Karis going to be taken down. That's first blood. They go 1 for 1, but you'll take the extra 100.
Oh, he doesn't know.
Yeah, there's the ghost. It's been popped already. Arctic Assault is going to miss. Grand challenge. Can they actually get it? They get the flash out from Zeus here, but out of permafrost range.
With Conqueror, I don't think you have enough damage as...
There's a hook. As Effort just says goodbye. That was very cute. It was like a lot of things happening, and then nothing happened. T1 moving into the river, and they are going to start this one, but Umpty, he wants to go.
He is there.
He is. Oh, in vision now. Was standing just out of vision. That was cool. Now in vision.
Watch Carrier.
It's fine, as Carrier is going to flash play. There's the ulti from Henry. Finds the hook, though. And Henry is the priority. He's going to be taken down. The prison's a bit late and means absolutely nothing. And now Effort is like, take me back, T1. Take me back. I'm going this direction. But he will be able to deny a couple of assists. And it's actually a good idea.
Fresh buffed. Q-Max now a lot stronger.
So look at this play once again.
와볼래? 봐봐. 제리 끌었어. 제리.
He called this area before he even casted his hook.
Yeah.
It's obscene confidence.
Like, what do you do?
He is so
What do you do as bro? Like, you can't engage on the other end because engaging into a Gragas is notoriously hard.
And yes, I mean, we can talk about all of the Fiora things, right? As, okay, Umpty, you are in a lot of trouble. The box is going to come through. Umpty's going to flash it to avoid getting slowed, but there's the hook. It's going to land once again. As, okay, Umpty's able to stay alive thanks to the wild growth. Actually, a great interrupt there on the Nimbus Strike by Effort. Good timing. That saves his jungler.
That is going completely neutral, which doesn't really need to be more than that.
Well, that is a Gnar, and the hook is going to connect. Henna just going to get played back, and he's just always exactly where T1 want them. As I've seen this play before, it happened a couple of days ago, and Effort's going to go down as well. It's a double kill for Gumushi. Look at that gigantic shield, and Faker just going to walk it out.
Brion need to 100-0 Guma at the start of a fight if they want to have a shot here, or keep Henna alive throughout everything that's going to be thrown at him.
All right, let's see whether Karis can make it into the backline. He just gets pushed away. Has to use his ult so defensively. Cyclone on to 3 is fantastic. As Zeus tries to get into the backline. Not the greatest now, but still, it's going to get the job done as the Lulu goes down first and T1 take control of the Dragon Pit. And yeah, that is going to be Soul Point. And everything as it should be. 0-3-0, unfortunately, for Effort. Unable to keep himself alive there. As Umpty, he tried to escape. And Zeus is going to say no thank you. Umpty was able to get the camp.
Yeah, he was dead. So maximizing resources is all you can do, and like overheal shield and BT shield, like it's not happening.
That's Morgan's real dead. Karis now going to try and look for this one as well, as at least, okay, he's still mega. Just for a couple of seconds as Karis gets into his Shroud. That was almost just a 1v3 double kill.
Wait,
I guess at first it was the 1v1.
He was still going. He's hopping in.
He's hopping in. All right, Karis, can you survive? Zeus is going to walk in. Wild Growth comes down, but the Hyper Procs are going to be in. He'll have another hop, but he doesn't need it because the Boomerang was coming down. Zeus just killing everyone else while the rest of Bro are trying desperately to defend. Zeus is not done. Effort is now going to get chased down. He has no Wild Growth, and all right, okay, Zeus. All right, buddy. As Glacial Prison is going to miss, and he'll just leave. Yeah, I'll clap as well. I'll clap as well.
That was a 1v3!
Well, it was a 1v1 and a 1v1 and a 1v1. It's kind of what it felt like. Or at least a 1v1, then a 1v2, and then a 1v1. As, all right, Gumushi is going to be able to snipe Morgan. Faker is going to go golden. And Umpty's desperately trying to hold on to this one, but it is well and truly done. Carrier is going to be taken down as perhaps a Zeri moment was almost upon us, but Henna just kind of dies. And now it's a open Nexus. And what? Okay. Polymorph comes in, but that's only going to buy them a little bit of time. It's, okay. The Nexus dies, so it's okay. It's all right. Just ignore that, guys. That's Soraka.
I actually quite like the Soraka into the Renata, right? Like, if you pick an engaged support into Renata, you're going to feel very, very sad. Soraka is actually a pick that can not be punished and skill in this lane. Great R5 usage, and I don't know if this is enough to win the game for Brian. I do think that the nameplate difference in this game is colossal.
Back in the day is Umpty back on the jungle. Gragas debuting it in the jungle here in the LCK. So some changes here. It's up onto the rift. Level 2, so we'll be fine. Owner.
Pathing.
Yeah, and Permafrost, remember, extremely dangerous. And there is the mist. The flash already used. The ignite is down. Of course, this was what Top Sejuani took all the time.
In this lane, early Drake should be available here as in comes Umpty. He does have boots.
All right, let's see what they can find as Morgan is taking a lot of damage from Zeus here, but does get the stun, and Zeus should be dead. There it is, Kuldameek. It's going to come through, and that is first blood to the Lord's Renekton. Gets some revenge against Zeus, who was playing the early lane very, very well.
To be pretty substantially behind now. Most of his lanes are doing well.
All right, well, there is Karis being delivered to Faker here. Owner gets himself the stun. Karis tries to get out, but it's not going to work. T1 bite back.
Very clean. Clean shuffle at the ready. Karis flashes, but Owner has his still available. And as a result,
as efforts coming over, putting down vision. Faker just walking through the silence field, not too worried about it, but Faker may have overextended. There's the flash. He gives him the thumbs up as the Empress Divide comes in. Can he get the bailout? The answer's no. As Karis, he's going to get tagged, and that is going to be it. Zeus picks up the other one as well with the Glacial Prison, and Faker knew. I think he knew. Gave him the thumbs up. He's like, I'm the bait. My team's going to come and kill you, and then we'll take the Herald. Okay, Umpty, what can you make happen? So far,
look at that. Predator is now off cooldown.
All right, let's go.
Well, T1 knows.
Can you line it up is
Owner's
the
on his way.
question. Gets the stun. There's the body slam. Max range. Easy peasy. Umpty locks it down. And yeah, Owner's on his way, but he's going to see the piggy bank has been shattered. The coins removed.
Towards the top side of the map. And Cleaver is just a really good item in general. The extra health helping out a lot as well. But I wonder if it's going to be Kraken, as long as it's not...
Oh, he's still in turret range. Morgan has to flash. He's lit on fire, but he is going to be able to survive at least for the moment. Great play there from Zeus, not quite enough to get in the kill.
He is there, and it's going to try and look for a play here again. Morgan does still have Dominus available, so could still go for it here. Zeus did just use a lot of cooldowns. He seems to be suspecting that something is up because the rest of his team has full vision. Look at that vision!
Yeah, everywhere.
The enemy bot, like they know everything.
And now you've got Jason Soraka walking through their jungle completely on vision like you were talking about. And Zeus moves back to his turret, doesn't miss out on too much, and that is 2 plates, probably 3 to go down here. Just another couple of autos, and there's another wave that is going to turn up, and wow, that lead only expanding as... that was a bit odd.
That's
going on there. As, yep, Morgan going to get permanently frosted. And now Owner's going to move in. Kuldameek is decent as the wish comes through, but it's not enough. Heartbreaker, and Owner is now going to help move towards this turret alongside Zeus. Zeus finally getting himself out of somewhat danger up here in the top lane.
T and Karis looking for a play on Faker here.
All right, there's the barrel. Faker in trouble, and Karis locks down the kill. Very nicely played.
Here he goes again.
Game is, okay. Faker, Empress Divide comes in as Morgan is just going to die. And now Umpty is going to have to run away from the Pigeon Man with the Sand Soldiers. Barrel comes in. Can Faker actually find the remainder of the damage? He's going to look for it as there he goes. Sweeping Sands comes in. Conquering Sands. Oh! The Comet! Just barely not enough. He'll take a drink. and he'll take his leave.
Starts up the play, and then Faker.
Oh, in the meantime, Henna is going to get a little bit upset. I'm not entirely sure what happened there, but the tower's now dead, and so is Henna.
So
hostile takeover, I think, was the problem.
So they pushed mid, and then Breon thought they could defend, and then T1 looking even more unlikely to make playoffs, but they've done this against better teams as well.
Gets the flash, and actually a few buttons go awry, but it's not enough. Oh, man, hostile takeover just really does change the flow of the game. And
we have a trap.
Has been set. Hostile takeover immediately going to be used, but Umpty's going to avoid it. Chains of Corruption come in. Morgan is on the flank, and they just leave. Carrier Karis wants to pick up the kill. The bailout is not going to do anything here. Henna wants to participate. It's not going to work out as it's 2 kills now for Bro. And Zeus, he's on some sort of flank. Not sure what he's going to be able to get done here as Faker now down to 50%, and I think that T1 going to have to back away from this one.
Really big moment here for Breon. Keeps them in this game. Gets them additional golds, allows them to get a few shutdowns.
Zeus is not afraid of anyone. The Ignite goes down. He gets the Wish out of F. This is 1 versus 4.
He's just going in.
He's just going in. He's just doing some things. Faker's going to walk up now. He's like, all right, Zeus, let's see what you're doing here.
Yeah, you just want to fight. We're going to shove mid. We're going to siege your mid turret.
Why is it, this is the scariest Sejuani ever. Maybe I've just been seeing too many of the jungle Sejuanis that get absolutely no resources, but that looked comical.
They don't have prio either.
Oh, Carrier pokes his head out and immediately gets jumped on. There's a hostile takeover. He's still alive. Somehow.
Yeah, but he can't join the fight. He's way too low. Might have to give this one up, T1.
See whether they do, as now Faker, he's going to go out the back of the pit. Zeus moves up to the front, but now Henna with red and white guns, he's dangerous. And okay, the arrow's not going to be enough, but of course this isn't lethality Varus, so they lose the dragon. Always has been, always will be. As Chains of Corruption come in, as I may have cursed him, because the Emperor's Divide is going to cut him in half. There we go, that's the first kill for the team fighters. Immediately, what? Where did Henna go? Umpty is now looking to try and grab Faker, but it's not going to work out. And T1, they just wipe the floor with them. Karis and Effort, the last men standing in the Baron.
Immediately, a couple of flashes are forced.
Henna doesn't have his flash, so the stun's going to come in. And he's just, yeah, Henna's real dead. Does manage to get a Moonlight Vigil off beforehand, but there was bailout. There was a lot of reasons why T1 were never in any danger there. Now with the Baron, they're going to look to push down some more of these turrets. And we'll see whether the Drake is going to be the next thing on the menu. Looks like it will be. And it looks like Bro want to fight. Yeah, Faker might just like come over here and...
He's just pushing by himself.
Yeah, win the game.
Yeah, he's making sure that they can't actually contest.
He might take it. He'll take a Nexus turret.
Yeah. Yeah, that's happening.
Because there's no one here. Karis is going to turn up, but there's a Nexus turret. Shifting Sands gets him out. And T1 can now, because they've broken them up like this, they can just take themselves the soul. Faker, Emperor's Divide is going to deny that to the skies. Umpty, if he finds himself a body slam decently, but no, it's not going to happen. Flash over the wall, though, from Karis is going to spell the end of Faker. But they, that's how you get a free soul. Yeah, Henna with some good weaponry, but just going to grab himself a red buff for now. And the weaponry is not really the conversation that we're wanting to have, as Carrier is going to find Umpty. That's a flash to make sure that he cannot body slam over. Really beautifully done. And that is Gumayushi picking it up from downtown. Says, thank you very much for the extra money. I wanted my Infinity Edge. Gumayushi just going to get to work on that one. Takes down the inhibitor turret. And you can see Zeus just happily playing in this front line. Dashing around every which way. The handshake does come through as Umpty is going to be able to run it out. Runs real quick as well as Moonlight Vigil comes in. Not going to do too much though, as Zeus is just a brick wall in the front line. The last inhibitor is going to fall.
Could be looking for that. Would be a great opportunity for them to effectively guarantee as game is... Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah. Karis going to be spotted. Immediately turning around and taking down the Jace. And now the hostile takeover comes in. Henna is pretty dangerous, though, as Carrier is going to get taken down. Emperor's Divide going to move Morgan away from Faker as the Glacial Prison lands in between everyone and explodes. And doesn't really do too much more than that.
Look at the side lanes, though. All or nothing, Umpty. No, can't even get in.
Yeah. They do manage to take the outer turret in the mid lane. Come back. As Morgan, he's going to have to Dominus deal with Faker here. And Effort is just running away from Ona. This Nexus turret, not long for the world. And Faker has a one-track mind. Alright, that's a flash forward from Ona. Henna is in so much trouble. Faker will swoop in, collect that one, and move on towards winning this game. That Nexus turret was taken down.
Ona took the life of effort and then used his silence to make sure he could get on top.
Very,
the Henna.
very cutely done. As there is an Emperor's Divide. Faker is going to die again, but it looks like he's having a very good time on the Rift. The Nexus will fall moments afterwards. T1 pick up the 2-0. Oh, it was very cute. After he sort of just runs into the fountain. And yeah, the Sejuani flex I thought was really, really cool. As yeah, Faker did a lot of damage.
Thank you very much, guys. We are here joined by Keria, owner on the side of T1 for the PUG interview. T1 picked up the 13th win of the season. How do you feel, Keria? I'm happy for the win over Brion, and also I'm so happy that I am the PUG leader still. I'm also happy with the 2-0 win, and also I was, waiting for my PUG, and then I'm so glad that I got another one today. I mean, yeah, the rivalry is going on. There's a competition for the PUG leader. And I think Keria is slowly actually extending the gap. And Keria, you were able to win another PUG today, and you are tied for your highest PUG score in your entire career. Last time, I was the first one to actually hit 1,000, PUG points. And now I'm tied for that record. Sorry, give me a moment, please. So it feels amazing. But I want to get more. And then in the previous interview, you actually said, I feel like I deserve more PUGs. So how many points do you want? I don't care about the points, I just want to be the number one, If I can win the player of the split, I'm happy. And owner, you are now sitting on 900 PUG points. You are just one PUG away from tying with Keria. So I want to talk about the game number 1. Keria, there was an outplay by you where we are having a team fight around the Drake. You are just able to find the angle and land your hook onto the enemy AD carry. We are waiting for the VCR right now, which is not ready yet. Let's move on to the next question while we are preparing that replay. So, Keria, you won another PUG on Thresh. Obviously this is your signature pick. And right now, Thresh is slowly returning to the meta. Do you think Thresh will be a meta pick? I don't think it's like a meta pick, but Thresh is definitely viable in certain situations, so I cannot really call that a meta pick. So I guess, there are just only a specific requirements where Thresh can pop off in the current patch. But Keria was able to make it happen in game number 1. The second game, we had actually top Sejuani, and then you were able to play Viego, and the moment you locked in Viego, we saw a huge green on your face. Tell us about the draft. I was so close to playing Sejuani again, but Zeus, in the second phase of the pick, he was like, I can play Sejuani top, so I was so happy. So I was like, then I'll play Viego. So it was like something more of a spur of the moment decision, but I was super happy. How was Zeus' performance in Sejuani? He gotta practice more, he gotta do better. He has way lower proficiency on Sejuani compared to me, for sure. And Keria, we had another new champion unlocked for you for this season, Renata this time. So that was like the perfect timing for Renata, and then owner was like, I want to play Viego. So I thought Viego Renata comp is pretty strong, so we decided to give it a go. Renata looked pretty strong today, which is not a mainstream pick right now. Why is that? There are a lot of, better picks right now in the support role, to be honest. There are a lot of counter picks There are a lot of picks that have better strengths compared to Renata, but today, in that game, Renata looked to be a good pick. After game number 2, we saw T1 coaches giving so many feedbacks to Owner and Zeus. Remind me us of Goma. Nothing much happened, to be honest, but early on in that game, you were setting up for an early gank onto the opponent top laner. We were like using a lot of wards, and we were trying to play around the top side, but it failed. So he was like giving us feedbacks how we actually had to execute that play. And we have so many fans out here waiting for Faker's Aurelion Soul. Is it gonna happen this season? Well, it'll come down to the mid jungle duo, so Owner can answer this, I think. Well, it will come down to the mid laner, So maybe we can, hear from Faker in the next interview. I have no idea. We are still waiting on the replay on the Thresh outplay in game number 1. So today, at this moment, I think we were kind of unsure about teamfight angles. So if we just go head-to-head teamfight, it might be a little bit risky. So we just wanted to force them kind of come around the dragon. So I just want to be the one initiating teamfight, setting up for a fight. So I had to go for it. Yeah, everyone was like kind of blanking on in that game at that moment, but Keria made the perfect call at that point, and I trusted him. I took the lantern and I went for him together with Keria. So it was a back-to-back stomp from T1, and a lot of people actually say this current T1 looks even stronger than last year's Spring T1, who had a perfect split. How do you feel about that? I mean, we just like always improve and try to develop, so maybe that's why. Yeah, I mean, we are just always like working hard to, step it up. Tell us about your teamwork then. You guys are always on the same page. I mean, yeah, what was that? I mean, we're doing good. Keria, that answer was a little bit sus. Give us more details. Why is T1's teamwork so good? We always spend a lot of time together, always, play a lot of games together, eat together, stuff like that. So this roster has been around together for such a long time, probably longer than any other LCK teams. So because of that, now because we're so close with each other, sometimes we get suppressed by each other, Sometimes we get triggered and we get so mad at each other. But we always have to keep that in mind. What are those exactly? Nothing on my end, I love my teammates. Your next opponent is DRX. How are we going to prepare for that one? We will make sure to end the season on a very good note and continue our winning streak throughout the playoffs. I hope we can continue a clean performance throughout the playoffs, so I wish we can pick up another 2-0 win up against DRX. And this will be the end of the interview from Owner Keria from T1, and I'm going to pass it back to Valdez and Wolf. Thank you.